Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, a.k.a. Mr. Short Dollar himself. Got an awesome show tonight. Tonight we'll be talking about how to reach your goals for 2022. I'm going to give you the basic blueprint on how to do goal setting the short dollar way. Got an awesome show planned. This is my annual show. I do this every year at the end of the year. And give you my step-by-step method to not just necessarily, how to, set goals, but also how to implement them. And also how to track them during the year and stuff. So, super excited about this. Hope everybody had a fantastic 2021. You know your boy did, because this time last year, your boy was in the damn abyss.
deep in the abyss.
Deep in the, yes, sir. So we done made it through, but yeah, we got an awesome show. But before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producers, DJ Lab.
It's Thursday, brother.
It's Thursday, yes, sir.
We walked outside with a T-shirt on today. It's kind of a little warm today.
Hey, shit.
In the middle of December.
Yeah, man. Day like that, man, be snowing the next day.
Don't talk it up.
That's that nerd in me when the warm front meets the cold front.
They say it's raining all over every place else, so
hey, man.
I guess we got to count our blessings on that, right?
Yeah. Also, what's up, Slick 316? What's going on, Rika? What we always do, first, Mr. Short always talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
That's right.
The YouTube channel is the main hub. That's why the videos are stored. We got over 300 videos on the YouTube channel. We got a grant playlist with over 150 grants rolling. Also, we got, information covering business operations, business management, business financing, all that great stuff. So make sure you go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, which is the main hub for all the videos. Regardless of what platform that you're looking on, make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit that bell to get a notification each time that we upload a new video. And guys know at the beginning of each show, I start off by rehashing the previous week, right? So this week, ain't really been, too neutral. I got too much to bring you up to speed with. Again, we hit that main mark in 2,000 subscribers, man. So I've been on cloud 9 all month.
Okay.
We're doing that. We might hit 21 before the end of the month. So
21 for the end of the next week.
For the end of the week.
It's 20,800 right now.
I love Lab's optimism. That's why we do what we do. Bro, we said 2,000 this time last year. Yeah, 2,000. Yeah. 2,000. So, what I'm saying? Anything possible. But again, man, I want to appreciate everybody's love and support. If you are interested in getting into the tax preparation business, guys, I've been in business 20 years with my company, Majestic Business Services. I have the course, How to Start Your Own Tax Business the Short Dollar Way. Make sure you get a chance. If you are interested in it, you can go purchase the course. I give a great step-by-step method and all my systems, all my plans. All the different handouts are included with the course, so make sure you get a chance. If you're interested in getting into tax business, just purchase that course. The link to purchase the course is in the description section of the video. If you're looking on Instagram or TikTok, that link won't be on there, but definitely go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, on the videos. Any one of those videos, you should, the new one I know that will have it, the link to that course, How to Start Your Own Tax Business. Also, you guys know tax season a month away. Probably for another week or so, I'll still be hiring tax preparers. I got a virtual system, so it doesn't matter where you're at nationwide. We can get you set up if you want to, be a tax preparer.
This thing worldwide. Nationwide, anyway.
Yeah, no, we worldwide. I got customers out of the country, there's some military folks and stuff still overseas and stuff. So we had that some people working abroad as contractors and stuff. So it's been pretty cool. But if you are, interested in being a tax preparer, just reach out to us. All the contact information is on all the videos. So just let us know. We still hire. We do training and everything. Got a good thing going on. So you guys will be, I think, be pretty excited to join the Short Dollar team. But I'm super excited. Super excited, man. I just asking Lab, was he ready for Christmas? He telling me he was, so I think I am.
Yeah.
With everything, super excited about that. My son PJ, he's supposed to came home today. He surprised us, came home Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So so I got all my kids home right now.
Right.
And so it's been pretty cool, man.
Time to go grocery shopping.
Shit,
all the children, and they all boys too.
I went through that shit in one day. God,
right.
Dog,
but it's good to have them home, right?
Yeah, it's cool and stuff. Quick housekeeping, guys. Again, tonight we're talking about how to reach your goals in 2022. I'm going to give you the blueprint of how to set your goals, how to set goals up, implement them, and also track them during the year, doing it the short dollar way. If you have any questions outside of what we're talking about tonight, I want everybody to be interactive with the show. But if you have any questions that's outside of what we're talking about tonight, hold those questions to the end of the show. I always open the floor up so you can ask me any kind of question regarding business, entrepreneurship, grants, loans, or whatever. Hold them up to the end of the show, and I promise you I will answer your questions, okay? They're just, quick housekeeping things, okay? Okay. Now, what we want, going, starting the show and everything, talking about goal setting, and I think everybody go through the same stuff, and, beginning of the year, they got a New Year's resolution.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do this, I want to do that, and, they usually start off, going to the gym, get your membership to go to the gym.
Right. That's number one, ain't
working out. Yeah, because January, that's like standing in front of the mirror in the gym month.
Right.
Everybody taking their pictures. Summer goals.
Right. Right.
Future body goals
Right.
and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
They wouldn't be dressed like they going to club niggas and stuff like that. The fellas got their scarf on their head.
Right.
That's January. Then February, they cut in half, and by March, everybody just like F it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing we started. Everybody want to, start the whole saving plans, putting money in the bank, setting this stuff up, going to investment groups. And hell, by April, they damn pulling money out of 401k. So, we want to avoid that because, again, I don't think it's an issue of you don't have the right goals in place. I think you got the wrong strategy in regards to implementing your goals. And what I want to do is introduce you guys to the way that I go about goal setting. Because what I do each year, October, November each year, I go through the whole process of writing down what I want to do each year. So I already wrote down my goals for 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I do is I start assessing what I did for my goals in 2021. Which ones I reached, which one I didn't. If I do that, and I always write that. And I got this big board in my office, 2021 goals that's wrote down there. And each time I make one, I check it off, and then I have the other side, the monthly goals, then my weekly planner. Guys, I am former military, so I'm super organized. But I have my weekly planner in regards to what I'm doing. So I always tell people that the whole point of goal setting is to be structured. So I figure if you have the bigger piece, you break it down in chunks. So what I'm doing today, doing this week, doing this month, during this quarter, should equal out to what I should be done at the end of the year. If I do that. Don't get all worried about that.
You lost me. Help me break it down to me so I can understand what you just.
Because if you sit there and say you want to lose weight, right? You say you want to lose weight. I want to lose 50 pounds.
Okay.
So if you say I want to lose 50 pounds, let's make it realistic. So let's say easy math, 40 pounds.
Okay.
So you say 40 pounds. Let's say, look, let's give ourselves 4 months to do it. So we're going to do 4 months. We're going to lose 10 pounds a month.
Okay.
So we know we're going to lose 10 pounds a month. We're going to try to lose, what's that, 2.5? Is that right? 2.5? I'm sorry, 1.5 pounds a week.
A week. Okay.
1.5 pounds a week. If we want to lose 1.5 pounds a week, we need to make sure we probably getting cardio in 5 days a week, hour to this, and have that workout going. If we do that, plus change our caloric intake to maybe 2,000 calories a day. If we do that, we should lose that 1.5 pounds. And by the end of the month, we lost those 4 pounds, right?
Okay.
So, but if you do it incrementally, each day, each week, each quarter, you'll be able to do it.
So does that break it down like that? Does it make it seem not as daunting?
Absolutely.
Where you say 40 pounds in 4 months, where you just saying, I just need to lose a pound a week.
It does that, and also makes you it makes you accountable.
Okay.
See, everybody, I want to save $1 million. I want to be rich. I want to leave my job. But we don't write anything down because, number one, we don't know, and the other thing, I think is probably the main thing, once you write it down, you're accountable.
It's your responsibility.
Yeah. We really don't write shit down because we don't want nobody throwing it back up in our face, right? What's this right here? Mate's girlfriend owned a park. Man, it's the same guy, man. Mother.
Right.
Man, I tell you, man. God, dog. That TikTok.
Said hi.
Who?
Angela Burt said hi.
What's going on, Angela? Man, I tell you, boy, that TikTok boy, I don't know what the hell. Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle,
boy. But yeah, man. And a lot of times people just don't want to write stuff down because once you write it down, it's in your face.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of stuff. I forget. You know, people forget. Paper always remember.
So once you write it down, do you think that's a big problem for most of us? Is that once we don't make the goal, we want to be able to blame it on something else besides ourselves. Is that what it is?
So we don't remember.
Oh, okay.
So we don't remember.
Okay.
You know, just take it off for you.
Okay.
Take immense responsibility. Oh, I remember I told you that situation situation amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, just like, hey, I forgot. You know, write it down.
Okay.
That's why we was in the military. They always kind of pressed us to always carry a little notepad in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Now just write this down, because you are human. You will forget stuff, but the paper are gonna remember.
Okay.
So a lot of times people don't want to be accountable.
That's true.
Everybody want to be responsible, but nobody want to be accountable.
Okay.
You know, I can do what I want to do, but then when you got to do the what I want to do BS that comes along with it, no, that's on lab.
Right. That's not my part.
I thought you were responsible for it. Yeah. But nobody want that accountability. Everybody want responsibility.
Right.
But nobody want to be accountable.
Okay.
I want to be in charge, but you know I don't want you calling me. You know
for nothing.
If stuff ain't work. No. And but in order for us to make our goals and to make everything fall into place, we have to be accountable.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way around that. Especially we want to set our goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is the Dollar Hour with me, Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar Self. Tonight's show we're talking about how to reach your goals in 2022. Guys, listen to me. If you follow this blueprint, that I will give you tonight, I promise you, if you don't make all of your goals, you will make a good portion of your goals. And worst case scenario, you will make a great dent into the goals you set for yourself.
Okay.
Okay? All right? That's the thing about it.
I'm ready, because I will write down goals. I will. I'll write them down in the book, list them, bam, 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 and put the book aside and don't come back to it. So I need to get over that hump.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good show for me.
Well, see, the thing you got to understand, people get goals and dreams confused. Because if we got a goal, we sat there and said something that we want to do, but we put a process, a plan in place to make that thing happen. A dream is just words.
But I think that goals are the foundation of dreams. If the goals help build up the dream, don't you think?
No, I think it's the other way around.
Okay.
The dream is just the words.
Okay.
Because you ain't got to do nothing but dream, just speak it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want that house. You know, when we were little, we used to call what we call bingo, right?
Right.
But when you set the goal, you put the plan in place to make it happen.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. The dream is just the thought, the want. Damn near the emotion.
Okay.
The goal is when we sit now, we working towards making that dream come true. And so people a lot of times will just leave it at the dream, and get confused with it. I got a goal of doing that. But you're not doing anything to make it happen.
Okay.
So you just have a dream. That's just your dream, your aspiration. But if you're not doing anything to make it happen, there is no goal in place.
It doesn't matter anyway.
No, yeah. The goal will have some kind of plan in place to make it happen. See what I'm saying?
I got you.
And that's where I think you get lost at. Two things we got to understand. So when we start off first, we're going to do what we call the goal creation phase, right? And with the goal creation phase, you got to understand, everybody, goals have, and real quick, I want to say hey to everybody that's tuning in, everybody tuning in on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. We got a great show tonight. Great, awesome show. So I just want to say what's up to everybody again and stuff. And guys, like I said, feel free to chime in regards to what we're talking about tonight. If it's anything outside of what we're talking about, the goal setting, hold all your questions and comments to the end of the show. I'll open the floor up and answer any question that you guys may have, okay? Realistic question.
Right.
So, I can't bring Obama back.
All the free money. Where they get stolen money into the trunk of your car.
Where the money was at. But, you know, when we start talking about the first phase, that being what we call goal creation. Well, everybody need to remember goals got to be two things. Two things, guys. And it's very, very, very important. They have to be incremental and they have to be attainable. Again, it has to be incremental and attainable. And what I mean by incremental, that you can achieve that goal over, honestly, you know, that you can actually go through steps to be able, you know, to make that thing happen, right? This is something that you can actually do. The other thing being attainable, is it realistic?
Okay.
I want to make $3 million next year. You know what I'm saying? I want to lose, you know, I just want to, you know, buy my own island. I want to make, you know, just like, just throwing out shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, we can build to that point. Right. But let's make sure, you know what I'm saying, I got to find me a husband. You know. But, you know, the guys throw out all kind of stuff. I get the calls all the day, man. I got to start this kind of business. Like, this shit just easy. Right. I got to start this whole trucking business. I got to do this. You don't know shit about trucking.
Ain't never drove a truck.
Huh?
Make it make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And again, that's not, you know, again, so when I say this, when we start saying things, we want to set these goals, it has to be those two things. It got to be something that we can do incrementally, and it got to be something that's attainable. So when we start sitting there looking it down, we got our pen and paper. We're in the goal creation process of everything. So we got our pen and paper, and we got to first, when we first start, we got to understand that this is a process. It's not nothing we're going to be able to do overnight. Okay, we understand that it's going to be a process. It's something that's going to take effort, order steps, discipline, and all that stuff to make everything happen, right? Right. We want to start where I say, you know, listing those goals, and I call it just brainstorming. When we talk about things as far as brainstorming, I always look at brainstorming as a spot where you don't sit there and try to just think too much, right? Okay. You just pretty much just write down all the stuff that you want to do. And I'm sorry, I got to take my water break, y'all. That's my water break. Got that cotton mouth in the cigar.
That's
but,
right.
You got to make sure that, you know, just when you're doing a brainstorming, you just listing everything. Don't worry about if you can or can't, if it sound dumb, crazy, whatever. Just writing everything down. We're going all through the list. We just brainstorming. I call it free fall, right? We talk about that in grad school. Just that whole process, just writing stuff down. Don't worry about it. You know, okay? We're not doing nothing but brainstorming. So you're just writing all these different things you want to do, right? I want to be a cake cutter. I want to be an MMA fighter. Whatever. Just writing it down, right? No restrictions, and take a few days to do it. You know, don't just try to just sit down in one sitting and try to do this stuff. Take a few days. Just I wouldn't think about that. You know, just be comfortable with yourself and write down the things you want to do. Okay. All right. After a few days, I want you guys to turn around and just review the list that you made. Review that list. Just looking at it. And remember what we said. It got to be incremental and attainable. Okay. So the list that you wrote down, break them down. Use those two as the criteria. Okay. Is this something that can be done incrementally? Is this something that's realistically attainable? Okay. And start Xing them out, the ones that ain't. Okay. Just start Xing them out. Okay. And remove all the items that don't fall in that criteria. You know, just say if it's unrealistic or it's unattainable, right?
Should we have two lists? Like, should we have realistic goals and unattainable goals? Like, you know,
no, you got one goal. Don'ts. No. You got your list of goals. You have a column saying incremental and attainable. Okay. And if it doesn't check for both, just draw a line through it. Okay. Good question, Leia. Okay. One list, one column incremental, one column attainable. If you check both, cool. Right. If it don't check both, scratch it off. No. Okay. 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 So we done went through that whole process of elimination. Make sure they're attainable, being realistic, and make sure it's reachable in a certain time frame. Okay. You know, so we want to make sure it's something that we can reach in a certain time frame. We're doing it, right?
That time frame set by us, or just
that you can set it. Okay. Because again, we talking about goals for the year. Okay. But you know you can get done through the year. Okay. Okay. This is extremely important.
It's just for the year, though. This is not lifetime goals. No. The year.
Yeah. Okay. Because even you start talking about lifetime goals, things still going to have to work in some kind of order steps over a certain period.
Okay.
With doing it. So, you know, those that you have to remember that, because like I said, you know, that time frame is very important. Because like I said, if it can be done in a week, 6 months, a year, or whatever, we want to be able to know that we can set that down in some kind of time frame, okay? The next part, which is where we start implementing everything. This is super important, guys. It's super important. At any time, anybody, if y'all got any questions, please let me know if you need me to repeat anything. But you know, the videos would always be on Mr. Short Dot on YouTube. This is the implementation stage.
Okay.
We start making these goals happen. We got our list. We made sure that was attainable, and we made sure they were something we could do incremental.
Okay.
You know, a certain period of time. Now we're finna start implementing everything. So we go to step one. Well, step one is for each goal you wrote down, you have to figure out what tasks you need to make it happen.
Okay.
And you need to be as detailed as possible.
Okay.
So just like we talk about the weight loss, you know that you gotta change your diet, you gotta work out. For you to have, you know, $10,000 at the end of the year, you know you gotta save some money, you gotta make some money, you're gonna have to place the money somewhere. You know, just write out, you know, again, structurally what you probably know. We don't have to actually design it, but you need to write down what's going to be needed to make it happen. I'm using weight loss as the main example because again, that's probably one of the most common things that people do. But again, you're just writing it down. Like I said, weight loss, you probably, you know, like I said, join a gym, work out 3 days, diet changing, getting more certain groceries in and stuff like that, getting that in place. That's step one. Step two, list those tasks on a timetable, okay? What I mean by list those tasks on a timetable, list those tasks, and that's something I can do in 3 months, I can do that in 1 month, I can do that in a week, I may be able to take me six months to do it, okay? Look at it, and be very honest about your ability and your availability. What I mean by your ability is that you know you can seriously put the effort in to make it happen, and your availability means that you know that you'll be in a situation where you can do that.
Okay.
So ability-wise, like, okay, if you know you out of shape and you ain't worked out in 20 years, you know that, like, look, I can't just go into it like, you know, boxers can have 2 fights a year, and they can take 2 or 3 months off letting the body heal, but their body is in such good shape. They might not be in fighting shape, but they're still in super shape, so they can just get it back in. Whereas if you know you haven't been doing any working out, you haven't got your body there, your body is not there, so it's going to take you a while to get back. And the other side with the availability, if you know that you're working long hours, you only can work out at nighttime. Or if your job dictates that you're only going to be free 3 days a week to go work, those are the kind of things that I want you to look at, okay? List, you know, put down that time frame and look at, you know, that how long you feel it's going to take, but be realistic about your availability. You know, same thing, like we looking at that business. You know how long it's going to take you to, you know, set your marketing plan, get your website and all that kind of stuff. You know, being realistic about it, especially you know you're working a job. Don't try to kill yourself and set these crazy goals when you know you got something taking up a lot of your time, i.e. kids, i.e. job, i.e. church. And then you trying to fix your business in that and you ain't getting enough time to develop. Guys, there's nothing wrong with something that you want to happen right now taking you 6 months to do. Because we want to do it right and we want to do it. Right?
Right. And I think that's where a lot of us give up. Because we think it's taking too long.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? We write that goal down, and in our mind, we think this should only take 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
But it's taking us 6 months to get it done. And that's where we give up. That's where the ball drops at, right there.
Yeah. The thing about it, man, when we set these goals, we done went through that list and make sure we can do it. We want to make sure this stuff happens. Mm-hmm. And like I said, that key word, accountability, we want to make sure we're in charge of this. We're in charge of making it happen. We got to get out of that whole narrative or that habit of just saying stuff and not making it happen at the end of the year.
Right.
You know, I'm going to leave my job. I'm gonna start this business. You know, so many people say that shit every year. And never make it happen. The first they go, they might get them an LLC. I think everybody in the mama got an LLC, don't they? Everybody got an LLC.
Right.
And a cash out.
And a cash out.
So we want to actually go, you know, a phase past that. So listen, we wrote down that timetable. We got everything in there. We sat there and just wrote down that's something I can do in a month, 6 months, or whatever. We're doing it. Again, we're setting goals the short dollar way.
Okay.
That was step 2. Step 3 is we get everything wrote down. So we plotting everything on that board. We plotting everything on get you a board, you can write it down. And what we want to do, guys, is keep everything separate in regards to what's going to take you a year to do, what's going to take you a quarter to do, what's going to take you a month to do, what you can get done in a week.
Okay.
We separate, we segregating it. And I think the best thing is get you some kind of blank calendar to kind of do it.
Okay.
You know, to have it. Because we staging everything out, and you know, okay, this Sunday's going to take me whatever, you know, if you know you got some furniture you're trying to pay off, I can do it in 6 months. You can plot that out over that time. The weight loss goals, the money saving goals, getting certain things renovated or whatever we're doing, you know, the steps with that. You plotting it down.
Okay.
And here's the deal: don't double up. If you got a whole year, use all 12 months. So something you might, instead of trying to do everything starting January, you might start some stuff in June.
Okay.
You ain't got to do, you know, and you can kind of just be smart about it.
Okay. So just
hard and easy.
Okay. Oh.
Hard, you know what I'm saying? So something that you know is going to be kind of difficult to do. And then you got something that's easy to do. You know what I'm saying? You can do that at the same time instead of having hard, all at the same time going on. You stretch yourself out. Because, again, we still talk about that damn availability and ability.
Okay.
You know, because, you know, like I say, if you know some stuff going to take a lot out of you, plus you're going to have maybe some possible time constraints.
Right.
Don't put out a hard task.
Okay.
You know, some stuff done at the beginning of the year, some in the middle, some at the end.
Okay.
Okay, so we plotting it out on our board, how we want to do this, you know. Like I said, you know, you need to be realistic about how you're doing this, because you can look at certain tasks and know it's going to take a little bit more out of you than some of the other ones.
Okay.
So we sitting there just kind of just going through it, writing it down, looking at it like, okay, that's not going to be something I can do overnight. You know what I'm saying? That's going to take a couple weeks, you know, and be conservative. Give yourself some leeway.
Okay.
Don't just, I know I'll push you to do it in a week. Give yourself 2 or 3 weeks to do it.
Okay.
So if you have time over, you can jump on something else. But don't try to do
it all at once.
Hell no. Hell no. If you want to lose weight for the summer, you can do that then. If you want to start, you know, building on certain parts of the house, you may start like kind of like maybe in the end of the spring or something, like just starting it. You just got to be realistic about what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Because you can overwhelm yourself and quit.
True.
Which a lot of people do.
True.
You know, so kind of keep everything a little spaced out with doing that. And, you know, like I say, you writing it down and you mapping it out. Take some time with this. Like I say, just be real with yourself when you're going over this. Like I said, well, I try to keep my things set up on boards where it's all broke out, you know, over a certain period of time, how I want to get that done. So just really look at it, give it good scrutiny, just laying everything out. And that was step 3. Step 4, this is very, very, very important, right? And it's kind of go to the basis of everything. Make sure you got accountability set up. You know, you can have your partner or a check-off sheet, something like that, something to kind of, you know, you're looking at just be in your face or be around you. And you can always, you know, we know with life, we have things pop up all the time. But in 2021, 22, there are things in place. Use Google Calendars. Use some of these remind apps and stuff like that to kind of let you know at certain checkpoints. You can put all this stuff in to remind you. If you don't have an accountability partner to keep you in check or to remind you to do certain things, you can get certain systems in place to kind of give you a reminder. You know, I live off my calendar. So pretty much I'm getting updates all day long. Appointment this time, you know, gonna let me know 2 or 3 hours prior to. Let me know a day before the appointment. I got all kind of stuff, notifications going off my phone all the time to keep me in check. The calendar is there. It's easy for me to dismiss the notification when it comes, but when it's there, guys, you just want to have. That's why when right now, man, with the availability of technology, you have no excuse for being efficient. You have no excuse for not being on top of your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get.
And I just want everybody to be able to take advantage of technology, take advantage of the opportunities you have there. So that's what I'm saying. Make sure that you have those little things in place. If you need accountability partner, find you one. And as the year goes by, I know things happen. Like, okay, you got to do a shift change. You started off working daytime. They just surprised you, saying now you got to work at night. Your spouse had to have emergency surgery. One of your kids got in a program, you got to pick them up. So you kind of give yourself flexibility for those lifestyle changes. And you always have to understand and be honest with yourself with that. That's why we want to make sure we don't compound all this crazy stuff on us at one time. We want to make sure that we always looking at, okay, if this happened, that happened, or what, because it does.
Right.
And when you have that pop-up stuff happen, you don't want the pop-up stuff to shut down what you're trying to do.
So let me ask you a question on the harder things. Should we put incidentals in there? Like on a harder task, on the harder thing that we know it's going to take us a while to get done, and you said life happens, should we put some incidental time in there? Like we think it's going to take 7 months to get this done. It's a little bit hard, and then the next thing may take 12 months. We may have to stretch it out to to a year and 2 months. Should we put those incidentals in there, not just on the list, but within our mind, just in case life does happen and it slows us down? Because like I said earlier, we get a certain amount of time in our head that we think something's supposed to be done, and if it's not done within that time, we give up on it because we think it's taking too long.
What you mean by incidental when you say
like that? You said life, like you write down on your list. You got your list, your task list, your goal setting list, and one goal you say, well, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna take me 8 months to get it done. And if you may have some stuff, well, my wife pregnant, baby may be born within that time. Let me add 3 or 4 more months on here just in case. Life happens. So you won't be discouraged when the 7-month mark hit and you give up on it.
Good question. If you know there's something that normally take you 5 months to do, give yourself maybe 6 months to do it, just in case. If it's something that normally take a week, you may give yourself 10 days to do it. You don't want to get so stressed out with the incidentals. You want to give yourself enough cushion in the planning phase. Because if it's something that theoretically going to take you a year to do, we don't want to be sitting here trying to put a year-long, a 2-year task in 1 year, knowing damn well we can't do it. Break that big 2-year task down in 2 years. Year 1, this is what I want to accomplish, and then year 2. Then if you get most of the stuff done in year 1, that's short of what you got to do in year 2. If you kind of fall short in year 1, you can add a little bit of that stuff in year 2.
Okay.
But definitely don't overwhelm yourself from the gate, knowing it's a bigger task. That's why it was so important whether it was step 3 with that step 2 with the timetable. We want to just sit here and plot this stuff out, man. I think that's gonna take me about a month or 2. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a little while. We were talking the other show about the real estate investing. Right. People get these houses and like, yeah, we can fix it and flip it.
Right.
Like, nah, man, you probably should have made that a 6-month project.
Right.
Instead of doing that, because certain things are gonna take a month.
Right.
So what's going on?
Hey, Mexi, he'll answer that question for you at the end of the show. All questions about investments and grants, he will give some time at the end of the show to answer those questions. So don't think that we're ignoring you. We're just, at the end of the show, he will answer all questions that's pertaining to investments and grants and stuff like that. All right, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, quick housekeeping again. Like anything that we're not talking about in with the show, we'll talk about it at the end of the show. I'll open the floor up and everything. But right, during the show, we just pretty much stay on the subject what we're talking about in regards to goal setting for the year. But that part, what I was just saying, having that accountability partner is super important. Definitely, like I said, Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, different notifications. You got project management timetable apps like Trello. You can sit there and have those things set up. What's the word we use in grad school? Those Gantt charts. You can just be able to plan out certain things.
Right.
But you got to be incremental about it. The reason why a lot of times people don't necessarily want to go this deep into it, because again, we go back to the accountability aspect. You actually really plan to make it happen. It's a protection mechanism in place the less we do to make our goals happen.
Okay.
Right. When you don't write it down, when you don't set plans, you just, like I said, you're leaving it as a dream. When you start putting plans in place to how to do things and writing it down, or you getting goals down.
Okay.
You're really trying to make something happen. And again, a lot of times people don't want to do that because it's kind of like, man, I thought you were going to do this, that, man, I ain't had no time. But you really didn't get no effort to try to make it happen. That's really what happens, And, I kind of looked at myself like when I left corporate America, or even like I did certain things, we in lab was just talking about even with the YouTube channel. Hell, I need even a damn divorce.
Right.
And I'm steady pumping out videos and I'm doing all this other kind of shit. I wanted what I wanted. And again, I wasn't as
due diligent.
Optimal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some days, I wasn't coming here kicking and swinging like I normally be.
Right.
But I never quit.
Right.
So again, a lot of times people will have adversity or have challenges, and they'll stop. And a lot of times they stop not because they're not legitimate challenges or issues. Is because they don't have proper planning in place. Because when you're doing a construction site, when it rains, they can't work.
Right.
But they don't stop the project.
Right.
They just have to make an adjustment.
Well,
so when it rains,
they usually have contingencies in
but
there.
I'm about to say, so if it rains this day, we're gonna be doing something else.
Right.
So if it does this one day, we got something else planned. So those are the kind of things that stuff just like we ain't gonna do it. No. That's something you can do.
Got that project management.
There you go. But again, if you don't have that in place, it's easy to kind of, I'll walk away. We couldn't do it and stuff like that. But now, you really want to make your stuff happen. You're going to put the effort to come in between, making it happen. So that accountability is crucial.
Okay.
If you really damn want it, you don't even need nobody reminding you. But again, everybody got different levels. Know yourself.
Right.
Know yourself. Again, if you can't find that person, there's enough software and apps out there where you can put reminders in place.
Okay.
To help you out. So I really want you to push you guys. That's super important with that. Okay. Step 5. This is what I want you guys to do. We got everything wrote out. We got the accountability stuff, and we going in the process of doing everything, right? Step 5 is more so the tracking aspect of everything.
Okay.
We sit down, and this is what I normally do, and this is kind of what I started with Lab. I pretty much have a whole goal board that in my office. These are my 2021 goals on one side. And then I have another section of this big gigantic board that says December 2021 goals.
Okay.
And that changes each month.
Okay.
And then on my desk, I got my weekly planner.
Okay.
What I'm supposed to be doing each week. And every Sunday, guys, I adjust my weekly planner.
Okay.
To do it. Because my weekly planner should be going to the task. If I say that I got to push out 20 videos for the month of December, I know that I need to do 5 videos a week.
Okay.
So I'm already saying that on Sunday, write 5 videos. So I can maybe do 2 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday, however break it out. But I'm writing this down. I got to make sure that I actually done did, this 3 or 4 tax returns. If we got anything sitting in the queue, knock out this day, knock out that. I'm doing it on a weekly basis.
Okay.
So if I'm doing that on a weekly basis, and I got a monthly goal to do 20 tax returns, and I'm pushing that through from things from the queue, new clients, getting that done, that should go back to the summation of a couple thousand tax clients. So many books read, so much many pounds lost, all that should go back to the summation.
Okay.
And I think if you can actually have that in place, that's what I usually do. And I've been doing that for years.
Okay.
I know people, my buddies don't come by the house, and they see all this stuff I got wrote down, they start itching. But that's how I get to make. But that's how I make a lot of stuff happen.
Okay.
You know, because it's something about having shit in your face all the time that will bother you, knowing it.
You gotta say, let me get this.
Yeah. When you sit down at your desk, you see this in your face, then you look up at that board. It's that you checking yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't got to deal with it, you can always, don't. But if it's in your face, you know it's something that you done set for yourself, and it's on you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You ain't. Oh man, shit, that old man memory. I forgot about it. I ain't got to damn forget because it's right here, and there. So you have to have those kind of things in your place to do that, right? And that's pretty much the way I live, and I've been doing that, and it's been working great for me. I don't expect people to. I'm former military, I'm still Sarge, so I don't expect everybody to move the way I move, especially initially if you haven't been doing that.
Right.
But you got to have some kind of system set in place with reminders to kind of be helping you do everything. With staying in check with everything. So when we go into step 5, this is straight review.
Okay.
Well, we sit now, we got things set in place where we're looking at, okay, I set these goals, broke down over that time frame of the year. Where am I at with everything? Where am I at with everything? Have I really been making it happen? I've been doing the things on those weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly basis to make stuff happen.
Okay.
And check yourself.
Okay.
And check yourself. You know what I'm saying? What wrong, Lab?
Can I move stuff from last month to this month if I didn't get to it?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay.
But that's the whole point of looking at it.
Okay.
What you did, what you didn't do, because it could be a legitimate reason why you didn't.
Okay.
You got to work more at the office. Like you just said, the incidentals, what you brought, the incidentals.
Okay.
But you got to look at it to understand if you got to make some adjustments to it, right?
Right.
I mean, you myself, for example. I had to make adjustments for the tax course.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get, okay. Yeah.
But I didn't stop.
Right.
But I had the things that I wanted to do solid over a week. Shit, I might have to do one day a week. I had time to do this.
Okay.
Well, I was like, man, I allocate 3 or 4 days to do it. Stuff happened, I couldn't. I had to just stop.
Okay.
You feel me? So that was one of the things. Just looking at it, like things ain't always gonna go smooth the way you wanted to go and everything. And that was one of them big things for myself. Like, damn, man, it just ain't working. I don't quit, but you got to go back and self-check yourself, review, analyze why. It could be situational. It could be you.
Right.
So we're looking at that, reviewing it, why it didn't happen. Like I said earlier, guys, October and November are my review months, where I kind of go back and look at, these are the goals I set, where am I at with it. Some we smashed, some I didn't. I didn't make my weight loss goals. I didn't make my book reading goals. I didn't make my book writing goals. I just stuff off the top of my head. We got the client. I made my client goals. We smashed the YouTube viewer goals for Mr. Short Dollar, not changing lives.
Right.
The goal for changing lives was 5,000. Okay. And we're still, we still at 3. We have had nominal growth in changing lives. My debt to income ratio stuff that worked. My debt utilization goal that worked. My net worth goals, that I did that. That was just really, nothing really I did. I just got lucky. Some of real estate investments I had over years just increased in value. Just that was just damn luck. But that can just change overnight.
True.
So those, there were several reached. But I usually set about 20 goals each year.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Just from my understanding. So when you set goals for the year, you don't suggest go overboard. You suggest a nice round number that's attainable, right? Like you should have set 100 goals for the year. I mean, not saying that they couldn't do it, but doesn't that seem like an excessive amount?
Well, again, we do that checklist of incremental and attainable, I mean, so much shit you can put in the calendar.
We all think that we can do it all. We
Uh,
think that everything that we put on the list is attainable.
Fair enough question. Like,
Right.
I would say if your first time doing it, no more than 5.
Okay.
Maybe second time doing it, maybe you will increase it to 10.
Okay.
Now, I'm about to tell you, out of 20, it was 25 goals. I probably have made 11.
Okay.
And, I made 11.
Mm-hmm.
I made the goals. Now, there are probably 6 or 7 I put a good dent in.
Okay.
And then, it's probably like about 5 of them I ain't did shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to roll that over.
Okay.
You feel me?
But you know it already.
Yeah. That's what October, November, those assessment months.
Okay.
Where you kind of like getting what you want to, planning for. I'm big on planning, guys. I'm big on planning and trying to set everything in place. But yeah, the October, November is kind of like what you're using that for, to do it. Kind of like I kind of put that in the same frame when I work with clients and organizations in regard to drafting their budgets. You want to get ready when you get ready for that end of the year, next fiscal period starting, or your next calendar year, you will starting off, starting back over and start, prepping for it October, November. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. But definitely, you make sure that you're looking over everything, and look what you accomplished. Look what you did. What you didn't do. Why? Ask that question. Why? Be real with yourself. But like I said, just some things they didn't get to. That book reading goal. I got to get better with that. I got to read more. Yeah, I got to read more. The my book that I plan on writing. Got that. The course was I underestimated. I really underestimated, and I probably overanalyzed a lot. So my course, could I have done it quicker? I think I did pretty good for my first course.
For your first course,
yeah.
Okay.
Now, next time, since I know the system, I can do it more faster.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely wasn't planning to, to be doing it. Now I got my system together.
But yeah, that's a part of the goals, though.
Yeah.
You gotta do it to learn it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I did my travel goals.
Mm-hmm.
So I went out and traveled this year.
Mm-hmm.
And did that, you know what I'm saying? Got that out of the way. There are a few things. I didn't go to any of the conventions that I planned on going to. I didn't do none of that. Those are the ones like I just didn't even touch. But for the most part, like both of the boys qualified for the Junior Olympics. Like I said, I did pretty good. Like I did pretty good. And like I said, it's a good, one little chunk of someone I put a dent in.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't make it all the way, but I said I can finish all those up for the first quarter 22.
Okay.
So going by that little plan. But guys, one key thing with all this stuff that I'm telling you in regards to things you need to do, you need to be one key thing, and that's discipline. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be disciplined. And as difficult as it is to be disciplined, I mean, shit. If it was easy, everybody get it.
Right. And I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
Now I write stuff down, but it's easy for me to say, man, I don't feel like doing that. Or, man, I'll get to that next month. Just putting it off. Not because it's difficult or it's unattainable. It's just being lazy and don't feel like doing it most of the time.
Well, half of it, I think, personally, people just don't know how to do it. Now, that's why I say, what's my word? Intentional ignorance.
Okay.
You stay down to it on purpose.
Okay.
Because we know once we've been exposed and we've been taught,
there's no
damn,
excuse.
bro, I taught you how to do it, showed you how to do it.
Right.
People don't want to hear that, so they'll avoid certain conversations and stay ignorant to it on purpose. But on purpose. But like we learned in the military, man, there is no excuse for ignorance. You're like, well, why the hell you didn't know?
Right.
When you start getting them kind of responses, why the hell you didn't check? Why the hell you didn't ask? Exactly.
Right.
And when you get those kind of responses, like, okay, then you got nothing to say.
Right.
So I think a lot of times people just don't want to know what's going on. That's a key factor. And then another time people just won't put the effort in. On TikTok, I make all these videos. Go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. What a link, what a this, what a that. Go to Mr. Short Out on YouTube. Look for the video that talks about that.
Right.
You know, you can't make direct links on the on TikTok.
Okay. So you gotta send them to
so I'm sending them to it, and you'll see his label.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta spend a little, little sweat equity.
Little effort.
Yeah, just going and looking and stuff. Why are you doing this? Why I gotta do that? Shit, man, look. Man, come
no
on,
effort.
Man. Yeah. Damn,
right.
man, they want me to actually have a business for real.
It's a business grant.
The hell you want,
Right.
And I can't make this shit up. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's one of the biggest things. It's just like, man, people just ain't. Hey, man, look. I'm an accountant. Ain't no damn magician.
Right.
Shit. So if you really want to, you got to put some effort behind it.
Right.
We had the Amber Grant, which is a worldwide grant for female entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
They actually award that grant every damn month. Every month they award that grant.
Okay.
So it's what we call like a rolling grant. But they charge a $15 application fee.
Okay.
And pretty much that covers like admin costs or whatever, right? And I get so many people asking, why the hell you got to pay $15 and thinking this is what blows my damn mind. And we start talking about just being realistic about making goals and putting that equity. It's crazy. You would think it's a scam to pay a $15 application fee to get a $10,000 grant.
Right.
But you don't think it's crazy here that a complete stranger give you $10,000 for free?
Just send them your cash app.
No, I'm just saying that just they gonna give you. I mean,
right.
If you can conceptualize that this company is gonna give you a $10,000 grant for free,
right?
Which most grants do that,
right?
But you would think it's crazy that somebody would want a $15 application fee,
right,
to do the same thing. Like
they think they'll take the $15 and then deny them the grant, I guess.
Yeah, but damn, if they do, what the hell you done lost?
Right.
Huh? You ain't ready for no damn $10,000.
Right.
You ain't ready for no $10,000. You ain't ready for $100.
Right.
You'll pay a $15 application fee to get damn $100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had to get 50.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
And it just blows my damn mind.
They don't want to put forth that effort. That's what it is.
No kind of sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
And we start talking about making these goals. We gotta have that sweat equity. We gotta have that sacrifice. You gotta be willing to. So I'm late on I'm in and out the TikTok camera. You gotta be willing to do some of them things.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want to do that shit, and that way everybody ain't getting that shit
results.
No
grants.
Yeah. You ain't getting loan funding. You ain't getting none of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You just doing just enough. You just doing just enough. And when you do just enough, you're going to get what? Just enough results.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for you to make 2022 a better year than 2021 in regards to what you're trying to do and stuff like that, you got to be mentally prepared to actually own those goals that you set for yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And once you say, okay, I'm going to make this happen, no matter what setbacks, the colds, the flus, the sickness, the divorce, whatever, you still gonna make it happen, regardless. I went through so much shit in 2020. Went through so much stuff, so many setbacks. Like I said, divorce, COVID. One of my kids' whole senior year was just destroyed.
Right.
Then also got to get him military, college. Just
everything
and everything. And the cool thing about it, everything worked.
Right.
Because I stayed disciplined.
You stay on top of
it.
Yeah,
stay on top of it. Don't mean I ain't had no moments, don't mean I had no challenges. But at the end of the day, this is the same system that I've been using for over 20 years. And it's been working for me. Like I said, all that shit happened. Though I said, man, you a business owner doing 22. You can be a business owner anytime.
Right.
And, again, the system stayed the same. I just followed the blueprint.
That's it.
Follow the blueprint. You follow the blueprint, everything else be cool. All that, oh man, I had to do this and I had to quit. I ain't no damn quitting over here.
And everybody's system is their own system.
There you go.
They got to come up with their own system. Now, you're not going to give them the system too. They got to come up with their own system because they're the only ones who know what they're capable of doing in a month or in a day or within a 2 or 3 hour period. They the only ones who know what they're capable of doing, so they have to come up with their own system.
Yeah.
But they have to be realistic.
Totally got to be realistic.
Right.
If you're not realistic about what you can and can't do, your availability, your individual capacity, especially from experience and knowledge standpoint, you get your feelings hurt.
Right.
You'll get your feelings hurt. That's what happened all these times. These people getting in here want to do Bitcoin. They want to do investing. What's the hype thing that everybody want? Box trucks, Bitcoin, real estate, all kind of shit that you know they're going to take time and some kind of investment of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That being the time plus just the effort we're doing it, it'd be sad, man.
Right.
If we do a poll right now of everybody got money, you know, with their PPP loans and they disaster money, man, you probably have folk damn crying. You have folk crying. That shit went straight to the dealership and furniture stores.
Right.
Or well, they just go on cruises. But out Vegas. Vegas got everybody.
Vegas.
You want to know, that's what the government need to check. Want to know what the PPP money and disaster money?
Go to Vegas.
That shit in Vegas. That shit in Vegas, man.
Right.
So, you know, again, we just, you know, again, from a strategic standpoint, I just want to share my system. Like I said, I've been doing this for years, and it's worked for me greatly. And again, the system has withstood all the other stuff. So, guys, I hope this will be able to assist you guys. Right now, that was my goal setting show for, you know, how to make your goals happen in 2022. This, you know, the blueprint to short dollar way. So right now, I'm going to open the floor with any questions. You know, I guess somebody has some questions on there.
Maxie was asking, what should she invest in right now?
Herself.
Okay.
Herself. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, that's a general question. Because at the end of the day, you know, you're going to have, you know, risk tolerance, cash availability, experience, or whatever. Invest in yourself. Know what kind of person you are. If you got a lot of time to invest, you got a lot of money to invest, you got nerves to put certain things in, invest in yourself. And I mean by investing in yourself, you know, just try to gather as much information as possible. Processing in terms of knowing how you are. If you know you're a risk-averse person, you don't really like dealing with a lot of risk, or but you want to have some kind of guarantee, you want to get low, you know, just maybe some, you know, lower risk products, stocks or bonds, stuff like that. But I'm never gonna be the type of person to tell people, you know, just try this and go buy this particular product, and not taking consideration all the constraints you got. Now I talked to a gentleman earlier that called the office. I'm like, look, man, everybody got different things to come to the table with. Some folks got money, some folks got experience, some folks got good credit, some folks ain't got a damn thing.
Right.
And you got to be realistic of what you bring to the table, what you can afford to lose, what you can afford to deal without. And I just think a lot of people just really don't want to do that. You know, so invest in yourself. Try to gather as much information possible what's out there, and what's out there as far as options to you.
Okay.
You know? Anything else?
That's it so far.
Come on now, let me scroll to TikTok.
Your mama said, hey.
Hey everybody on TikTok. My girlfriend owned a parakeet. Oh my God, that thing would never shut up, but the bird was cool. Okay. I can't make the shit up, man.
Right.
I can't make it. Peace King. Yeah, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate it. Everybody came in. Man, I tell you, boy. That TikTok a fool with it, man. What that guy said the other week, I was just like, this mother.
Yeah, he just kept saying it.
Boy. Nah, man. I've had a blast tonight. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you came in later in the show, again, we talked about, you know, how to make, you know, set your goals for 2022, how to implement them, draft them, implement them, and also track them during the year. Go back to the video later on if you came in the middle of the show. And again, it's the same show I have every year near the end of the year.
That's true.
And I give you my straight blueprint how to do it the short dollar way. So I hope this, you know, the show informed you. Ain't nobody else had anything? What's up, Mama? I talked to Mama right before I came, so I appreciate you tuning in, Mama. I appreciate everybody tuned in. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. But make sure, guys, when you setting these goals, Lab brought up a great point. Make sure you give yourself enough cushion to make adjustments in life. When we start doing, especially from that setting them down on a time frame we're doing it, give yourself enough time to be doing that, okay? But listen, guys, when the next show? We got one more change live. I mean, for a short dollar for the month, but change the lives before Christmas.
Change the lives gonna be on the 23rd. Short dollar gonna be on the 30th.
Okay, so we got, I ain't gonna see y'all before Christmas, so everybody enjoy your holiday.
You are gonna see them before Christmas. You gonna see them on 23rd.
Well, we should change lives.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just if you don't get to tune in, Mr. Short Dollar, but guys, listen. Again, make sure you join the email list if you haven't already. Look at the course for the basically in the blueprint, guys. Also, listen, I be forgetting to tell you guys on the videos, man. We got a link to the Short Dollar Show. You see this shirt right here, I got all different kind of colors and everything. I think right now, I'm about sure, guys, if you want, you got your boo thing or whatever, you want her to wear one of these Mr. Short Dollar t-shirts, down to pajamas. Get your old lady a big old XXX shirt. Say, baby, this is what I want you to sleep in at night. Mr. Short Dollar.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Make her feel like $1 million. Huh? But seriously, yeah, there you go. But definitely, we got to go by the store, and we got all the Mr. Short Dollar apparel. Got to change a lot of them different shows are there for that. So the link is, like I said, the link is in the YouTube video. Please go by the YouTube channel, subscribe. Make sure you get the bell to get notifications. Join the email list so we keep you updated on all the great information we have. Again, if I'll talk to you before Christmas, you don't see number video posted before then. Have a happy, safe, and a Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Thanks for all the love and support that you've given us and stuff like that. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Thank you.